What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Timeless Cup practice videos. In this video I'm going to be using my team of 6 that I used in the tournament video that I just posted yesterday. This is including Gastrodon instead of my Lotic, so definitely been fun using this line of 6, and these first couple battles are against my friend LA718. I'm making this commentary while I'm on a break at work, so if you hear music playing in the background, that is why. Going for the Poison Fang here on Venomoth. I'm able to get the shield on the Meganium. In that scenario, if the Silver Wind lands, it does like 75% health on Meganium, which is absolutely insane. But Poison Fang, as you can see, also does a significant amount of damage, and especially when shields are up, I like to try to pressure those shields. He successfully lands the Earthquake, which is not good for me at all. I cannot bring Gastrodon, but for some bold reason I do bring it in, and those Vine Whips do a lot of damage. In comes the Haunter. I can't go for the Body Slam here because it would be double resisted because of the Ghost, but I land the Earth Power on Haunter. It's very rare that people don't shield their Haunter, so I was very surprised that that Earth Power went through. Gastrodon is an amazing counter to Muck and an amazing counter to Haunter. The Mud Slap damage is just so fierce, it just burns right through shields, it doesn't even matter. So I ended up taking out that first match, and Gastrodon definitely has favorable matchups against Muck and Haunter, and I know I can beat Dragonair in the one shield scenario, but other than that, I'm pretty unsure about these matchups. This matchup here, for example, I know these avalanches are going to hurt really bad, and I cannot go for the Body Slam because, again, it's going to be double resisted. Pretty interesting that he's running double Ghost in his team of 6 here. But LA718, if you've seen him on this channel before, he always runs very spicy teams. At one point, I think he was running 3 cast forms, so he really should change his name to like the Cast Form King or something. And there it is, boom, making its grand appearance. Just going for the Body Slam here, trying to get some chip damage in. This does not go through, but I gain a shield, which I'm totally fine with. Dragonair is definitely going to be a good counter against this cast form because I'm going to resist every charge move it throws at me. However, Weather Ball is a very solid move, and Water Gun damage is no joke, even though it's resisted. Dragonair is not super tanky, so this is definitely going to add up over time. I am going to have to commit a shield here because I want to preserve this health a little bit more. And at this point, I'm thinking that he's in Aqua Tail range, but I realize that Cast Form is pretty dang tanky and it's able to survive that, but I get in one more Dragon Breath and finish it off anyways. In comes his Dragonair, and because my health was so low, I did not think I would be able to get to a Dragon Pulse. So I just go for the Aqua Tail. It does successfully land, which is good. But now he's most likely going to burn my last shield off here because I'm going to try to Confusion down this Dragonair. I accidentally tapped on the Poison Fang there. That is not a good move at all. Should have just went for the Confusion damage to get it down because now I'm out of health and this Avalanche is going to do so much damage. Taking out my Venomoth there. My Dragonair does not have enough gas left in the tank to take out that Frostlass, so LA17 takes that second match there. So I'm running Blaziken, Venomoth, and Lapras within this. We'll see how this works out. Absolutely horrible lead. Got to get out of there right away. There's no sense in trying to farm up energy. Blaziken is way too squishy from those Dragon Breath damage to try to stay in there. He brings in Haunter, which is very interesting because Lapras is going to have a decent matchup against this. Going straight for the Surf because, again, Skull Bash would be heavily resisted. I know this is going to be a Shadow Punch, but I know I can just Ice Shard down this Haunter and maintain switch advantage. Even though I'm down a shield, I feel okay with being in this situation. In comes his Dragonair, and he gets a little bit of lag, so I stop attacking and let him get a couple Dragon Breaths in to equalize it. Now, if this is an Aqua Tail, It is a wrap, so I correctly predicted that and was able to shield that, which is very good. I definitely feel like Dragon Pulse is the way to go on Dragonair, in my opinion, because it's just such a strong hitting move. You get stab. Wrap is kind of a mediocre move, even though it's less energy. That Dragon Pulse nuke threat is very nice. Totally okay with this scenario here, because Frostlass does not resist Surf. Ice does not resist water, but water resists ice. That's kind of a little tricky thing you gotta memorize in your head. That Avalanche still doesn't even take me out, but it was like perfectly played on his part because he was able to powder snow me down even more. Not in the best scenario here because this Frostlass has energy. I'm just gonna try to do as much confusion damage as possible. I don't think this Avalanche is gonna one-shot my Venomoth, so I am gonna be able to get more confusion damage in, which is exactly what I wanted. And I'm okay with letting this Venomoth go. I could have possibly thrown the Poison Fang to try to get that last shield off, but I'm committing to a fast move beatdown yet again. Blaziken with the counter damage finishes it off. So I believe that's the end of that first set that I have against LA17. These next matches are going to be against Fonzie 17. Again, this guy is relatively new to PvP, but he has been like improving at a crazy rate. So huge shout out to you, Fonzie, because you kicked my butt in a bunch of these battles, and he just recently got his starter Pokemon because of the Community Day weekend that we just had. But he's just really, really given me some tough battles, so very impressed by how much he has improved. Gastrodon against Dragonair, this is a winning matchup for me in the one shield scenario. And I knew this was going to be an Aqua Tail, so I let it go through. And because of my knowledge of this scenario, if he commits a shield, I am going to be at a shield advantage. If he doesn't, he loses the lead. So very favorable scenario for me. Again, if I bring in Gastrodon, it's almost always going to be as a lead, because it's way too risky to switch in your Gastrodon. Unlike Whiscash, you do not have Blizzard to threaten those grass types, so it's just horrible if you get switch locked. He's got a Whiscash, and I bring in Blaziken against this Whiscash. Not good at all. If this Blast Burn goes through, it's at least going to do a decent chunk, and my counters are doing neutral damage, but he shields it up. Very smart on his play, and he has so much energy banked now that it is really not looking good here. Blaziken is so squishy, that takes me out. I still have a shield. This Aqua Tail is going to do a small chunk of damage. I'm hoping that I can just Dragon Breath down this Whiscash, but it's going to be very close to him getting another Mud Bomb. Let's see if I'm able to get it. Nope. He farmed so much energy that he's able to get to this Mud Bomb. Amazing play on his part. I'm still alive somehow, but I don't think I'm going to have enough to be able to take out this Kingdra. Aqua Tail is going to be double resisted, but it's the only option I had. There's no way I was going to be able to get to a Dragon Pulse. So Kingdra takes it, and Fonzie takes that first match. Again, crazy impressive, man. This guy has not been PvPing for very long. He has become very good at counting fast moves, and he farms up the perfect amount, gets a great energy advantage. So amazing lead scenario for me here. I'm expecting a switch out. In comes Dragonair, and I bring in Gastrodon instead of, oh, was that Lapras or Venomoth? I didn't check. If I have Lapras in my line of 3, then I'm an idiot here. I do correctly shield the Dragon Pulse, which is really good for me. Definitely flips this scenario even more in my favor. So I'm just going to go straight for the Body Slam again. Most of the time when I'm using Gastrodon, it's just for the Body Slam spam, even though it's not that spammy because Mud Slap doesn't generate energy that fast. I am able to maintain my switch advantage here. In comes the Whiscash. Very smart on his play. I am able to get off this Body Slam though, which is very good for me. His Mud Shot damage is not really able to farm me down very easily. I am going to let this Mud Bomb go through though. It's alright. just takes me out, but you know Victory Bell is going to shred this. And there's Lapras again. Man, that was... Why did I bring in Gastrodon against Dragonair? Not the best thinking. But I have Lapras against Kingdra, so I guess it's okay. He ended up running Double Dragon in this scenario. I shield the Outrage. Even if it was an Octazooka, it's too risky to not shield a Kingdra. Octazooka would be double resisted, but man, if you get hit by an Outrage, that is no joke. I successfully land the Skull Bash, my defense is boosted, and so I should be able to take out this matchup. My Lapras is a little beefed up, so these Mud Bombs are going to tickle, but I know there's going to be a lot of them. Looks like he lagged a little bit there, but it doesn't really matter. This Surf is going to be able to finish off this Whiscash, hitting for neutral damage. So I'm able to take that match there. Kind of a mistake on my part bringing in the Gastrodon against the Dragonair, but it ended up working out because I still had that Lapras, so that was good. Going with another Gastrodon lead here. Let's hope I don't catch a Meganium. And I catch a Dragonair. Totally fine by me. I'm continuing to discover that at least with my line of 6 here, not a lot of people opt to lead their grass type. Just something I've noticed, so Gastrodon has seemed like a very safe lead, and most of the time people are only going to be running one grass type. Very rarely will you see people running 2 grass types, so makes Gastrodon all the more safe. But like I mentioned in my previous video, the tournament recap, Mudslap is a very clunky move, feels as clunky as Confusion does, and so if you are not fast on your switches, you can get absolutely wrecked by the grass types. I am going for the Silver Wind here. Hopefully get the boost, or hopefully this lands. It does go through, but honestly he was in Poison Fang range there, so kind of a waste of energy on my part. I need to correctly understand the damage that Poison Fang does to Meganium versus the damage that Silver Wind does, because I feel like there's a lot of scenarios here where I should just go straight Poison Fang, still bait for the Silver Wind, but then just go for the Poison Fang, especially when shields are up. That Silver Wind got shielded and I didn't get the boost. Typical. Someone please keep track of how many Silver Winds I throw with Venomoth over my course of all these videos that I've made, and how few times I've gotten the boost. Or when I do get the boost, it's because my Venomoth is like already almost dead, so it's totally pointless. Kind of annoying. These are going to be just a flurry of Mud Bombs. Again, if you're the Whiscash, don't go for Blizzard against the Lapras. It's going to be double resisted. Shields are down, so these are going to add up. But Ice Shard is able to fast move down Whiscash. I am still more of a fan of Lapras versus Celio. I love Pokemon that have fast moves that do enough damage that you can rely on them to do damage to a Pokemon. For example, Ice Shard versus Powder Snow. Way more of a fan of Ice Shard because of the farm down potential. Even though Celio can spam that Body Slam, I feel like my playstyle lends itself more to having a fast move that does a little bit more damage, able to farm down some matchups, and then dump your energy on whatever the Pokemon is that is going to come in next. Not a good scenario for me at all, so I switch into Dragonair. And in this scenario, I actually have Gastrodon in the back. And he switches in his Meganium, which is amazing for me, because I do not want that Meganium lined up against my Gastrodon. He correctly shielded the Dragon Pulse, so very good on his part. I let this Frenzy Plant go through. I'm really hoping I can get to this Aqua Tail, and I can. Looking back, I might have I might have committed a shield to that Frenzy Plant, because now I'm going to be able to bring in Victory Bell, but I do not want my Gastrodon even looking at that Meganium, man. It's going to be not good at all. Meganium has to land the Earthquake. I knew this was going to be a Frenzy Plant, so I let it go through. He gives up switch advantage yet again, and I'm able to safely switch into my Gastrodon here. I commit a shield on this Aqua Tail, not the best use of a shield there, but I was a little worried that it might have been a Dragon Pulse. Again, he's farmed up a little bit of energy, but I had a feeling it'd be an Aqua Tail, so I let it go through, and I Mud Slap it down. Again, that's a scenario where Mud Slap versus Mud Shot. I love being able to farm down a Pokemon with a stronger hitting fast move. I get his last shield with my Body Slam there, but oh my goodness, Meganium was going to be able to farm me down, but he perfectly counted the number of Vine Whips it would take to get me down there. I have my Victory Bell, and I'm still up a shield. My Razor Leafs are going to be able to finish that Meganium. There's the Whiscash, and oh my goodness, I could have just gone for the Leaf Blade, but I love watching Victory Bell do 360s. So end up taking that match there. Thank you everyone very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this new team, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video.